Hi, welcome to Just Another Land Cruiser. Today I will be doing a review on the Edgestar 63 quart fridge freezer. Consider this probably one of my top 2 modifications or accessories I've done to the truck here. It just makes life a lot easier not having to stop for ice, drain coolers, all that good stuff. I plug it in, usually takes a good probably 20 minutes to get down to temp. I usually set it at about 34 degrees and it holds it there. Alright, specs for the Edgestar are it is 28 by 18 by 20, weighs about 62 pounds and runs on 12 or 24 volt depending on what truck you got. It'll also run on 110, so you can pull it out, use it as a beer fridge in your garage if you need it, which I have done. I have kind of kept it, I think I left it on for 2 weeks when I first got it in the truck to make sure it will run, won't drain the battery. I do run a solar, so I do have help keeping my batteries charged, but I had no problem keeping it running for 2 weeks. Just left it out in the sun, didn't drive the truck. Also, it does have a kind of a fail-safe. I think it shuts off at around 11.7 volts. So if your battery starts getting discharged, it will shut it off where you will be able to start the vehicle. Now this thing is a cheapo in my mind. It's a Chinese made fridge. I wouldn't put it in the category as an ARB, National Luna, Engel, all the major brands. But for spending $300, that's less than half of what an ARB and a lot cheaper than National Luna. For me, it's been great. I've had it for 4 years and love it. That's 4 years that I don't have to pull over to get ice. I don't have to pull over to drain it. I don't have to pour out water from my sandwich meat or have soggy food. It's great. Mainly I just load with beer, sandwich stuff, but it's just awesome. By far one of the best accessories I've added to the truck. Alright, well let's take a look inside it and show you the basket. Alright, oh, just from the it opens from the side. You could also move the hinges from either side depending on the orientation. So the inside's got one big basket that sits in the one side, and then it's got a shelf that holds the smaller basket on the right side. So I usually use this for the small side for my lunch meat, food. The big side will get all the beer, sodas, water, stuff like that. Alright, a few things that are kind of cheap on the cheap Chinese fridge freezer are the latches. They do hold it closed, but I have bent them by catching a bungee on it already, but I just bent it back, works fine. Also, you're not going to have any way to hold your lid open. Luckily, mine hits the attic rack and will hold open, or it'll hit the headrest here, kind of catch it open like that. Other than that, you just kind of got to hold it up when you get something out or wedge it against something. I think like the ARBs and the Engels, they're fancy enough where the lid holds itself open. Not positive on that. Alright, to turn it on, I have the cord. I run it to my fuse panel on the rear. I just leave it dangling here. When I take the fridge out, put it back in, you just plug it in here, fires right up. It does save your settings. I have mine set at 34 and it gets to 34 pretty quick. As you can see, it's at 48. I fired this thing up 15 minutes ago. If you keep it empty, it will fluctuate. I think it'll fluctuate from about 36 to maybe 30 if it's empty. When I have it loaded up with food and beer and all that stuff, it hovers right at the, I don't know, 32 to 35 range. And sometimes it will dip down to 30, 31, but I haven't had anything freeze in it yet. So it's actually done a pretty damn good job. All right, another thing to watch out for is you're gonna have your vents on each side. You have one vent here, there's one on this side, and one on this side. So the way I have it oriented is I don't put any gear here or behind it, and it hasn't had any problems overheating. A lot of times when I have my bedding in the back, it kind of covers up this side, but once again, even in the summertime, I haven't had any problems with it overheating and shutting off or getting hot. It's worked like a champ. All right, I do have a Yeti to compare it with. This one is the Yeti 45 quart. I got this as a gift from my parents one year for Christmas. It's a good fridge. I don't have anything against Yeti. I would never buy one. I think this one retails for $350 or something like that, which I just think is ridiculous. As you can see, 45 quart, 63 quart. The Yetis are just big already, so the 45 quart is already close to the size of this, and I imagine the 63 quart Yeti, if they make something around that size, will be this size or bigger. And so we got, say, $300. No need to buy ice, no need to drain your cooler, or $300 always having to get ice, always having to drain it. And the Yetis are great to keep ice cold, but I mean, most people when they go camping and stuff, they're in and out of their fridge all day long. Yetis are only good if you keep them closed. So if you're using it as a beer fridge, getting your beer all day long, doesn't make much sense. Your ice isn't going to last. And I've tried it. I mean, it'll last a weekend, but this will last a week. Have cold beer, 34 degrees. All right, that is my review of the Edgestar fridge freezer. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and be ready for the next video that comes out. Thank you.